Coming to you live from Carson Street, better known inside George K. Couple Stadium for tonight's IWFL Eastern Conference Championship between your Pittsburgh Passion and the New York Sharks. Hi, everybody. I'm Matt Fargo, joined alongside Passion former star and now star in the broadcast booth, Jen Cairns, joining us. And Jen, this is a big one. This is the chance for the Pittsburgh Passion to get back into the national championship. And what better way to do it than against a rival like the New York Sharks?
Exactly. I mean, the New York Sharks and the Pittsburgh Passion, no strangers to one another, not in this season or any other. And both are former national championship teams, so hungry to get back to the ship.
These two teams, we're going to test the theory of it's very hard to beat a team 3 times in one season. The Pittsburgh Passion have done it twice to this point. The first time very convincingly in New York, a 31-6 victory, and then coming here to George K. Couple Stadium where the Passion were able to win 21-6. So the second time around a lot closer, and I think the Sharks have a little bit of confidence knowing that that game was so close.
Well, the Sharks are certainly hoping that the third time is a charm. But if they did any history checking in those books, they'll know that we beat Cleveland 3 times to get to our first national championship in 2007. So they're poised and ready to do it again in 2014.
Passion getting set to kick this one off, and of course you have the championship looming in 2 weeks in Rock Hill, South Carolina in the IWFL National Championship. But this is also the last opportunity to play in 2014 again in front of the home fans, and that means everything to these ladies.
It absolutely does. I mean, if we could host the championship game at Couple Stadium, we would totally choose to do it as opposed to any other venue. This place is magic for the Passion, and we are very thankful to our fans who've been loyal to us for over a decade.
So it will be the Passion receiving the opening kickoff against the Sharks. So we're going to get to see that electrifying offense that just puts points on the boards seemingly at will this season. It's been very impressive to watch this offense go at it.
They're two powerful offenses. I mean, they follow right behind each other on the yardage gained this season, but the Passion has definitely outscored them, and so they better be ready for the first snap trick play that we're known for.
Pittsburgh 167 points on the year. New York 105. Passion lead the all-time series with the Sharks 5-2. Passion trying to make it a 6th here tonight on Pittsburgh South Side as the Sharks get set to tee this one up. Amanda Haig, Angela Baker back to receive this Eastern Conference Championship kickoff here live on the Champ Sports Network. The final stop on the race to Rock Hill is underway from Couple Stadium. A line drive kick is going to be bobbled and then picked up at the 20-yard line. Amanda Haig, a stutter step across the 25 and reaching forward to the 30-yard line before getting upended by the New York Sharks, Larissa Davis. And now the Passion will come onto the field. And when you talk the Pittsburgh Passion offense, you have to talk about number 14 and Lisa Horde.
Absolutely. I mean, she just hits milestone after milestone, year after year, this year being no different, eclipsing 10,000 yards in her passing career, and doing so while traveling quite a distance to get to practice every day from Washington, D.C. to Pittsburgh.
And I know the Divas wanted her so bad, but she just couldn't do it. She just could not do it. Flip back to Amanda Haig. They're going to do the flea flicker, and it gets intercepted. Picked off at the 39-yard line. The trick play that you called, it always happens on that first play from scrimmage, and the Sharks had it sniffed out, and they're going to get the football at the 39-yard line.
Well, I've always said, being a former cornerback, if I were ever playing the Passion, I would be sweating bullets that first play because it's going to be a fly or a streak, and the Sharks, no stranger to us, knew it was coming, and just a great play by the defensive back there.
So it will be first down and 10 for the Sharks as Passion get the football to begin things, but now the defense will get the call. And it has just been just as impressive as the Passion offense locking down this season. The Sharks will go from the shotgun, a side call to the left, and a handoff right up the middle, and nothing doing. Closing the door for Pittsburgh. Coming up to make the stop was...
Looks like you got 97 Octavia Griswold in there with a bunch of her friends.
Yes, a black and gold all over the play there, and a loss of 1 yard. It will be second down and 11 as New York trying to answer the call here after getting the opening play interception. Karen Mulligan, the quarterback for the Sharks, in the shotgun. Mulligan, a New York native, calls for the snap. We'll get it and hand it off once again. And no luck again. Griswold finding the ball carrier.
This time our sister Olivia looks like was leading the way on that stop.
That was Colette Smith on the run for the Sharks, and she comes up limping. And she's going to limp to the far sideline. Checking in for her will be Amber Terrell. And now a third down and 11 coming up here for the Sharks. The Passion looking to send the Sharks out 3 and out. Mulligan barking out the signals. We'll get the snap and back to pass. Our first attempt of the evening. Near side completion and makes one defender miss and now pushed out of bounds very close to the sticks. On the reception for the Sharks was number 82, Laura Baden.
She threw a nice stiff arm there on number 81, Chrissy Edmonds, in order to pick up some additional yardage after the catch.
But they're going to say they're actually going to mark her back well short of where she originally, or at least we thought she originally stepped out of bounds, which looked a lot closer to the first down marker than where they're spotting the ball, and it's going to be about 4 yards short of it. So fourth down, of the Sharks elect to go for it with 13 minutes to play in the opening quarter on a running first quarter clock. Mulligan from the gun once again will go back to pass. Tipped up into the air, and a great play. Incomplete. Or will they say, was that it caught? They will say, well, it was caught. 97, Octavia Griswold diving for the football. I thought it hit the turf maybe, but Griswold able to get her paws on it.
The Griswold sisters are, true triple threats, and Toledo, Octavia, used to be quarterback, and now she's leading our team defense.
So the Passion get the football quickly. First down and 10 in New York territory. And here's Chick on the run, stiff-arming her way to the near boundary before getting knocked out of bounds. 31, Amber Terrell makes the stop. No gain on the play for Sierra Chick, her first carry of this evening, and a second down and 10 coming up.
Now, the Sharks really needed to capitalize on that.
Yeah.
It's really how the Passion had run up the score against them in the last two matchups. So if they get another freebie, I don't know that they can let it slip through their hands like that one did.
Lisa Horton will line up in the I formation, split 2 wide receivers out to the far side, and then give up on the option play. Horton will keep it to the far boundary. Directing traffic, got the first down before getting hauled down quickly. Ray's on the stop for the Sharks, but not before. Lisa Horton calls her own number, picks up 12 yards and a Pittsburgh Passion first down.
Really good play fake there. Everyone thought the fullback, Kadisha Clark, had him running up the middle, including myself for a second, until you see Horton still streaming along the sideline. Great job by Lisa Horton.
First down and 10 for the Passion as they move the football deeper into New York territory. They'll bring the receivers here to the long side of the field. It's Wadowski and Baker, but they'll give it off to Chick once again. And she'll set up blockers to the near side. 25-20, 15, nobody's going to catch her. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Sierra Chick. 33 yards for the Pittsburgh touchdown.
Sierra Chick doing what she's done all year long, and that is waiting on Rachel Wadowski's block to seal off the outside, and then the Jets go on, and she's end zone bound. Great job by Sierra, and great job by Rachel Wadowski.
Well, one of the most consistent field goal kickers in all of women's professional football. Amy Fallon on to attempt this extra kick, and it is no good this time as this one finds it just left. 11:25 to play in the opening quarter of this Eastern Conference Championship for the right to go to Rock Hill, South Carolina. The championship, the Passion, they get on the board first, and they lead it 6-0 on that 33-yard run by Sierra Chick. And, well, for the way that the thing started for the Passion on an opening play interception, they've definitely made up for it getting on the board first still.
Yeah, I guarantee you it's not how they wanted to start the game off, but they are leaving out a collective exhale when the Sharks were not able to capitalize on it. But then they showed you what they always do. It's a short-term memory. They came out and handled their business in the second possession, and it resulted in a 6.
For how many times I've seen that opening play work, it's a gimme, and Passion able to overcome that and overcome the adversity like they have time and time again. So they'll give the ball back to New York, whose offense sputtered in their first opportunity with the football. Fallon has this one teed up at the 40, and they'll give the ball back to the Sharks. The line drive kick will be fielded by one of the up men on the 30-yard line and across the 40. That is Grimsley on the return for the Sharks, and it was almost a look what I found type of reception there to move the football up, and the Sharks going to get good field position to begin this drive.
I was lucky for the Sharks that she was paying attention, ready for that, because that was a line drive right to her chest. But to her credit, she did what she could with it and left the Sharks in very good field position.
We'll set up shop at the 45-yard line, Will New York. 10:57 to play in the opening quarter. 6-0. Pittsburgh gets on the board first. And Karen Mulligan back out to lead the Shark offense. Back to pass, Will Mulligan here to the near side. Tall pass and incomplete. Intended receiver was Laura Baden, but that was too tall for her. In fact, I believe it was Peters, the closest young lady to the football.
Mulligan's going to try to use what the defense is giving her, and so they're in zone. She's going to try to keep running these little hook patterns. That one was just a little too high for her intended receiver.
Second down at 10 after the incomplete pass. 4 wide for the Sharks. Mulligan again back to pass. Has time. Will stop. Throw up across the middle. Got a receiver. It is caught and being hauled down inside the 30-yard line is Berlin Fields out of Colorado making the reception and moving the sticks. That's the New York Sharks' first down of this game, and it takes them into Pittsburgh Passion territory.
It looks like Berlin Fields just found the gap between Michelle Peters and Alexi McT, and then it took a couple black jerseys to bring her down. Once she's got those wheels moving, not easy to stop.
Draw play, giving it off to Talisha Brown, and flags come flying in for the first time this evening.
Sharon Vasquez in on that tackle.
Play itself lost 3 yards back to the 30-yard line. We'll check the flag. Going against the New York Sharks, a holding penalty. So after the nice pass completion, Sharks will take a few steps back to the 39-yard line now and have a first down and long. 4 wide. Mulligan back to pass. Will throw, and too far for her intended receiver on the far sideline. Trying to hook up with Cotto. Erica Cotto was the intended receiver on the far side. It will be second down and 10 after the incomplete pass.
Again, the wide receiver was open and found some space, but Karen Mulligan just couldn't deliver it to her.
A little bit something extra on these passes from Mulligan early. She'll go back to pass again on second down. Step up into the pocket, let it fly, and it's just too far again for another open receiver. Erica Cotto again found that soft spot, and Mulligan just not able to deliver it over there. Be third down and long coming up here for the Sharks. 4 wide for New York. Another big opportunity for the Pittsburgh defense. Mulligan barks out the signals. Here comes the blitz. Flags come flying in. Pass is intercepted. Picked off. And here's the return. It's Alex McAtee, who's down at the 48-yard line. The pass should have the football. And we're going to check the flags, though. It's a holding call against New York. That penalty is going to be incomplete, or it's going to be declined, and that pass is going to be intercepted. Alex McAtee, count that interception. And now they draw even in the turnover category as Pittsburgh gets a takeaway from Mulligan.
Yeah, and that's Karen Mulligan's, I think, 9th interception on the year. Clearly costly against the Pittsburgh Passion in the prior matchups this season.
So Passion take over on the New York side of the 50-yard line as Lisa goes into the pistol formation. Twins out to the far side and a receiver here to the near. One in motion, it's Angela Baker. The slot receiver sets up now behind, and she's going to get the wide receiver screen play here to the near side. Makes one lady miss and falls forward to pick up 3 yards, and a hard-earned 3 yards at that.
New York defense was not fooled. They saw the play forming and stayed disciplined as they should as a veteran team, and were able to bring Baker down.
It'll be second down and 7 coming up. 9:10 to play in the opening quarter. 6-0. Pittsburgh leading New York and looking to add to it. Horton from the I formation. Chick dots the I. Long count. No, send out the receiver pass. That's going to be a live ball, yeah. And Amanda Haig had to fall on that football. No whistles, and Amanda wasn't sure whether or not that was a forward pass or not. It turns out to be behind the line, and Amanda luckily to fall on it, and they end up losing about 4 yards on the play. It will be third down at 12.
Luckily, the Passion players are very disciplined and taught to play to the whistle. She didn't hear a whistle, and so she did what she needed to do and fell on the ball.
Third down at 12, and the option play for Lisa Horton. Here to the near side, trying to get blocks. Has the near sideline pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It's going to be about 7 yards short of the first down marker. And are we going to see the special teams unit coming out? Or will the Passion elect to go for it here on fourth down at 7?
Well, it looks like you got Wadowski back there, who's been our punter this season, and Kara Prentice as our long snapper.
First look at the special teams unit.
Never means that they're going to punt, because you've got a lot of people back there that can pass and run.
And we're going to get a timeout taken by New York as Originally, there was a flag thrown. They waved the flag off, and New York takes a timeout at 7:32. We'll take one with them. Listening live to Pittsburgh Passion Playoff Football on the Champs Sports Network. Stick around. We will be back with more from Couples Stadium. The Passion up 6-0.
UPMC Sports Medicine is the region's largest and most experienced center dedicated to caring for athletes of all levels. And as we celebrate 25 years of world-class care, we're proud to offer more services, have more physicians, and treat more student athletes than any other sports medicine provider in the region. Why would you choose to go anywhere else? To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
Back to Pittsburgh, where Rachel Wadowski has this punt circling right around the 20 and is going to make a U-turn at the 22-yard line and move up to the 23, and that's where the New York Sharks will begin things in their worst field position of the night, as they're going to have a ways to go. And 7:20, this is going to be the third time the Sharks have the football, and Passion defense has been spectacular to this point.
They haven't, but Karen Mulligan hasn't helped her cause any. She's shown the ability to move the ball when she delivers it to the wide receiver, who is finding openings in the Passion defense. So let's see what she brings this series.
Shotgun formation for New York as Mulligan sending 4 wide. Low snap. She'll field it and take off with it. Here to the near side. She has blockers in front of her. And Mulligan searching down here to the near sideline, and a great open field tackle on the play for Pittsburgh.
It's number 81, Chrissy Edmonds. Karen Mulligan is not known for her running ability, and so it's probably why it caught the Passion defense a bit off guard, but a great open field tackle by Chrissy Edmonds.
The run by Mulligan will pick up 6 yards, second down at 4 from the 30-yard line. Same set as Mulligan barks out the signals. Calls for the snap, and we'll go back to pass. Pressure as she'll throw. Tipped up into the air. Ball's intercepted again. And guess who it is with their second one of the night? Alex McAtee.
Very nice assisted tip by number 8, Sharon Vasquez, to make it possible. I mean, that's a textbook cornerback tip drill that looks like Sharon Vasquez and Alex McAtee have practiced numerous times.
Right place, right time for Alex McAtee, no doubt. The Clarksburg, West Virginia native, her second interception in the Eastern Conference Championship. And it's a first down at 10 for the Passion at the New York 37-yard line. And back to work goes Lisa Horton and the Passion offense. Pistol formation for Horton. And she'll roll out here to the near side. Stop and throw. Completed pass here to Angela Baker, who shakes off a defender. Baker inside the 30, down to the 25-yard line. Angela Baker shaking off a defender. And we get a stoppage in play. I think someone lost their helmet.
Yeah, it looks like number 13, Catherine Rose.
And I believe the officials went over to her to say she needs to take a play off. That's the new USA football rule that has been instituted throughout the ranks. If your helmet comes off and it wasn't induced by a penalty, that you need to go out on the sideline and take one play off. Of course, that's been the talk of the concussions and everything that goes with that. Sierra Chick gets the call on first down at 10 from the 25, and Chick battles her way forward for a yard. Second down coming up.
It looks like it was 48, Jenna Goldsack, who had Sierra's number on that play. Okay. On the west side, it looks as though the game is underway between the Madison Blaze and the Houston Energy, with Madison up 31-0.
It's a close game. Madison wants it bad. 6. How much time left? Do we know?
We do not know, but that game started about an hour before ours.
Long pass, just a little bit too much juice on that one. Incomplete.
Tender receiver was Kate Sullivan, tight end for the Pittsburgh Passion, one of the original Peaches still out there.
This time of year, do you start to get the itch again?
I'm not a good spectator there, Matt. This is the hardest part for me. You know, in January and February, and I know those ladies are out driving in whatever weather it is to practice till
Right.
11, 12 at night, you know, not missing it so much. But game time, it's very hard to be a spectator.
Yes. 3rd down and 10. 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Passion looking to add to their 6-0 lead. Pistol for Lisa Horton. Trips out to the far side right, and she'll roll that way. Screenplay was set up, but nothing's doing. Horton has to get the ball away, and she was able to throw, and then she...
a late hit.
Yeah, she got hit a little bit. There was a little bit extra there. They would have got away with a little bit of push, but there was definitely some intent there on that one, and it's going to be a personal foul, roughing the passer penalty, and New York just gave Pittsburgh new life on this drive.
And that's by their captain, number 41, Talisha Brown. I mean, you need to show leadership on the field. Keep your emotions in check.
That's a huge penalty. Circle that penalty. Because otherwise, Passion were looking at a 4th down and long, and instead they're going to get a 1st down and 10, and that's going to take them in to the Silver Sports Silver Zone with 6 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Or 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. 1st down and 10. Horton gives it off to Sierra Chick off the left side, and she will be traced down in the backfield for a loss of 2 yards. Brought down by Nyandi Brown, the Brooklyn, New York native, making the stop on Chick. And it will be 2nd down and maybe 13 after the loss of 3 on that. Second down, 13. 4 minutes to play in the first. Trips out to the far side once again. Horton lines up Chick next to her right, and she'll roll that way. Horton with pressure. Got to get it away. She's able to, and throw it out of bounds. Incomplete. And once again, New York supplying some pressure there and making it very difficult for Lisa to get anything looking downfield.
And once again, on the pressure was 41, Talisha Brown. This time just not laying an appropriate contact on the quarterback.
And just like that, Passion back faced with a 3rd down. Passion taking some time in the huddle here to break this one on 3rd down and 13. Ball rests at the 15-yard line of New York. They'll go 4 wide, 2 out to each side respectively, and Chick the sidecar to Horton's left. Back to pass. Throwing that way. Got Wadowski. She's going to get into the end zone for the Pittsburgh touchdown. Lisa Horton to Rachel Wadowski for the Pittsburgh touchdown of 15 yards.
Very nice crisscross route between Rachel and Kate Sullivan to confuse the cornerbacks that were out there and leaving Rachel wide open into the end zone.
Passion will go for 2. Two-point conversion here for Pittsburgh. Working away from the scoreboard and the bridge if you've ever been out here to Couple Stadium. Chick goes in motion and will line up in the slot as a fifth receiver. So empty setback for Lisa Horton on the two-point conversion. Horton gets the snap, rolls to her right. Pressure,
Haig
pop
wide
pass,
open.
and Amanda Haig will make a great catch.
She wasn't able to
Well,
hold
no,
on
she
to it.
couldn't hang on.
Horton just saw her a little too late. She had been standing in open space for a long time. By the time Horton got the ball to her, unfortunately, the defenders were also on her and just delivered a blow that she was unable to hold on to the ball.
So with 3:39 left to play in the opening quarter, it is the Pittsburgh Passion 12, the New York Sharks nothing. Pittsburgh Passion football on the Champ Sports Network is proudly brought to you by the Club Sport and Health. One membership, more options, more fun. By UPMC Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Pittsburgh Passion. By Silver Sport, keeping sports clean. By U.S. Foods, keeping kitchens cooking. Passion with the 12-0 advantage. Amy Fallon, nice high end-over-end kick, fielded from the 20-yard line. 15, up across the 30, 35, stutter step at the 40. And finally getting hauled down, that's Crystal Molina on the return for New York. And New York's going to have good field position to start this drive, and a drive that's going to be very critical for New York to stay in this game. They need to get back on the board and not have this turn into a track meet with the Passion.
Absolutely. I mean, they need to show the Passion that they're capable of scoring on them and not just late in the game.
3:30 in the first. Mulligan from the shotgun. Trips bunched here to the near side. They hand it off. A lot of traffic weaving her way out of it. And moving it up to the 49-yard line of Pittsburgh. It's 27. I can't tell you who that is.
Yeah, not listed on our roster. Maybe a jersey change.
Jane Doe. Well, 27 picks up good yards for New York and bring up second down and 2 from Pittsburgh's side of the 50-yard line. She gets the call again and is very close to first down yardage on the second down carry, and then a flag comes flying in late.
Some pushing and shoving going on.
And the officials conferring.
Offsetting.
Yep.
Offsetting personal fouls.
By the way, quick stat for the defense and Alex McAtee. The 2 interceptions here in the first quarter have her now at 4 interceptions for the season, and that is second best on the team in 2014. Delayed handoff right up the middle on a first down at 10 for the New York Sharks, and picking up the 40-yard line is 41. That's Alicia Brown, the captain, the Tampa, Florida native, up to the 40-yard line in a gain of 6.
Looks like we got a Passion player down. Up, she's up on her own power.
Olivia Griswold.
Sharks having some success running off tackle.
Quick breather for Griswold. And Caitlin Niedermeyer checks into the game for the Passion on this second down and 3 play from the 40-yard line. Mulligan back to pass. Will throw a little out route screen play here to the near side, and it's out to Cottle. And
Cottle made a very nice move on number 81, Chrissy Edmonds, to make Edmonds miss. putting her into the second level of the Passion secondary, finally to be brought down, but not after securing the first down.
Erica is from Pittsburgh.
Makes it sting a little more that way.
Yeah. First down at 10 for the Sharks at the 30-yard line. Back to pass. Mulligan going to loft one into the air and overthrows her intended receiver. And great coverage there. Intended receiver for New York is Maggie Nattell. Edmonds securing the coverage, and Edmonds is the one who has most interceptions on the team with 6. Alex gets 2 more. We're going to have a tie at the top of that list. Second down at 10 from the 30-yard line with 1:08 to play here in the first quarter. Wild snap picked up by Brown, and Brown will rumble forward. I don't know if that was designed or not.
Judging by Mulligan's body language, it didn't look designed,
like it, no.
But at least Talisha Brown was alert enough to get her hands around it and make something positive from the negative.
That moves the ball to the 26-yard line here with 40 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Sharks setting up on a third down at 6. Mulligan from the gun, 4 wide receiver set. Mulligan drops back, will step up, pressure coming, hit as she throws, and nearly intercepted again, but it was thanks to the pressure by Olivia Griswold that put that pass offline.
Mulligan is big in stature, but she's not known for her mobility, so she was in Olivia Griswold's sights and just had no way of escaping.
4th down for the Sharks. 4th down at 6 from the 26. Mulligan back to pass. Will set up. They got hooks, and it is completed pass. This is going to be very close, and it looks like New York's going to get the first down by a yard. As making the reception, Laura Baden. And Edmonds making the stop, but not before New York's able to convert on 4th down. And that should take us to the quarter. And it will. So after 1 quarter of play here from Couples Stadium on Pittsburgh's South Side, it's your Pittsburgh Passion 12, the New York Sharks nothing. Come back for quarter number 2. We'll switch sides and bring you quarter number 2 when we return here on the Champ Sports Network.
UPMC Sports Medicine is the region's largest and most experienced center dedicated to caring for athletes of all levels. And as we celebrate 25 years of world-class care, we're proud to offer more services, have more physicians, and treat more student athletes than any other sports medicine provider in the region. Why would you choose to go anywhere else? To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda, that's $10,012. Please drive around.
10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Second quarter underway, and it begins with the ball on the phony grass here at Couples Stadium, and it is picked up by the Pittsburgh Passion. The first play here of the second quarter, and Pittsburgh gets the turnover. So the first play of the first quarter, Pittsburgh turned the ball over. First play of the second quarter, New York turns the ball over. It's their third turnover of the game, and Pittsburgh's going to set up shop, first down at 10 from their own 20.
New York just shooting themselves in the foot time after time. I mean, they're knocking on the door as close as they've come to pinning the defense to the end to the goal line, and just a botched snap.
So back to work goes the Pittsburgh Passion offense. First down at 10 from the 20-yard line, the I formation. And they'll give it up on the fullback dive. That picks up 1 yard. That's Kadesha Clark. And it'll be second down at 9 after the fullback dive, her first carry of the evening. Pass should get a big help on the botch snap and recovering it, and an opportunity here to go up by 3 scores, leading 12-0. Gordon, offset eye now. Give it off to Sierra Chick, who breaks a tackle in the backfield. Will step up and break another one. It's move her way forward across the 30-yard line. That's a Pittsburgh Passion first down. Sierra Chick pinballing her way for a Passion first down.
That's what happens when speed meets size. 44 Tia Hawkins did not know what to do and was juked out of her cleats. Sierra Chick continued to tiptoe her way for a nice gain for the Pittsburgh Passion and a first down.
First down at 10 for Pittsburgh at the 31-yard line. Twins here to the near side, and an option play for Horton. She'll keep it. Get the near sideline and tightrope the near sideline before getting whacked. And this is going to be another personal foul call as these New York Sharks are trying to take every opportunity to get a lick on Lisa Horton, and the officials aren't having any of it.
This time it's number 33, Jewel Grimsley, who hits Horton late as she stepped out of bounds. Again, just giving a very dangerous opponent extra yardage. Sure wasn't in the coach's game plan for the New York Sharks.
No, that's now 2 big, huge 15-yard personal foul penalties. That now brings the Passion back into New York territory. We'll set up shop from the New York 49-yard line. Horton identifying the Shark defense before lining up under center of the offset eye. Wide receivers out to the far side. Play action. Horton rolling, has pressure. She's going to take off and run with it. And she has blockers and is upended, but not before she picks up 6 or 7 yards, depending on how much credit they'll give her for the leap at the end of that. As Brown makes the stop for the Sharks, but a nice decision there for Lisa Horton.
And she had a mismatch on the left side between Amanda Haig and Gina Pedigano for the Sharks that Amanda could take advantage of all day long. Look at that matchup going forward and hope Lisa and Amanda can connect.
Coming up on 12 minutes to go in the first half. 12-0, Pittsburgh on top. Second down and 3. It's Sierra Chick getting the call off the right side. And falling forward will have 5 yards and a Pittsburgh first down on the stop. Amber Terrell and company for the Sharks, but the Passion able to move the sticks once again.
Passion very meticulously carving away at the New York defense in this drive.
And mixing it up, which they do so well. First down at 10 from the 31-yard line, under center for Horton. And another handoff to Sierra Chick. They'll go off left tackle this time and pick up the 31-yard line. That's a 5-yard pickup. And if you could pick up that necessary 4 or 5 yards on first down, it really opens up this playbook that is very vast.
Absolutely. And Sierra Chick all year long has averaged about 5 yards a carry. I think any running back would take that.
Sorry. I'm sure she wants 6.
I didn't say they always didn't want more.
That's right. That's right. Offset eye. Play action to Chick. Then Porton's in trouble and is just going to fall and lost her footing there. on this athletic turf. Back when you played, it was still the green asphalt. Was it not?
It was the very hard turf. Then we came back to couples after the field turf was in, and that was a much welcome change. So I played on both here at couples, but yeah, it feels a lot nicer to get tackled on this surface than it did.
Renovations here make this just one of the best venues in Pittsburgh to watch a football game, and Passion are very comfortable here. They have not lost a playoff contest here at Couples Stadium. They're 6-0. Five wide receivers set for Lisa Horton on 3rd down and 10. Back to pass. Will stop and throw. Haig makes the catch. Will evade some defenders and have the first down. They needed 10. She got 14 and a Passion first down.
It was Tia Hopkins, number 44, and number 8, Sherry Eliezer, in on the stop, but not before Amanda Haig laid a very nice stiff arm on Sherry Eliezer.
Move the sticks once again. The Passion, as you said earlier, methodically moving the football down the field. And we get a flag coming from the back judge.
Too many Sharks on the field, I think. Saw one of their players streaming off. Too many Finns on the field. You can hear some jawing amongst the Sharks on the field, starting to show a little frustration with one another. That's never a good sign.
No. So that 5-yard penalty makes it the rare first down and 5 and puts the Passion in the silver zone once again. Sets up another 5 wide receiver set.
Oh.
Back to pass, and the slant route falls incomplete. Sonia Osselborn, the intended receiver, but
you got a New York Shark defender taking a little bit of an early jump there.
yeah, that wasn't a hard one for the officials to grab. And that 10 yards courtesy of the New York Sharks. Too many Sharks on the field, and
now one Shark too eager.
Yes. Eager Sharks and too many Sharks. And we'll continue to try to come up with those corny nuances throughout the rest of this broadcast. Handoff to the left side. It's Sierra Chick cutting back against the grain and getting inside the 10-yard line. Down to the 9, down to the 8. And we're going to get a stoppage in play for an injury for the Sharks. Goal sack on the stop for New York. And the injured Shark is going to have to come off the field for a play because the officials did blow that one dead because of that. Clock winds under 8 minutes here in the second quarter. Passion up 12-0 and knocking on the door again. Pistol formation for Lisa Horton. 4 wide receiver set. Check the lone setback. And now Horton conducting some traffic with the receivers. And this one going to come from the back judge, and I'm going to believe this might be delay of game. Sure enough. Well, when you get close to the goal line, maybe a little extra room to manipulate the playbook. Of course, I'm being the optimist in that situation, but
Passion have been known to do it before.
Second down at 11 after the penalty. That sets them just shy of the 15, inside the 15 at the 14. Back to pass is Horton. We're going to fade route to the end zone. It is caught for the Pittsburgh touchdown. That is Rachel Wadowski on the far side, hauling in the touchdown pass of 14 yards.
And it looks like it may have been number 18, Nandy Brown, on the coverage there. Rachel did a great job going up for the ball and then being able to hold on to it.
That is just a pure example of receiver beating defender. Great ball placement by Horton, but what a job by Rachel to go up and get that one. Extra point by Amy Fallon is up and good. The Passion, well, we got a flag, so might have to come back and do this one. Offsides on the Sharks. The penalties declined because the extra point was good. So the point after is good by Amy Fallon. And it's Pittsburgh 19, New York nothing, with 6:33 to play in the first half. And this one unfolding the way the Passion wanted to.
Well, I think the Pittsburgh Passion are just making the Sharks pay for their undisciplined play. And the Sharks coaches are going to have an earful for their team when they go in at half.
Yeah, I think it's all about the capitalizing on the mistakes, and Pittsburgh's been able to do that. New York had an opportunity to capitalize on a Pittsburgh mistake, and they weren't. And Pittsburgh's been able to capitalize on almost every mistake the Sharks have made, not just the turnovers, but the penalties have also hurt them.
Well, and it seems to be the exact map of what happened the first two times around, that the Sharks should be overly disciplined this time around to prevent the same outcome.
High end-over-end kick, fielded from the 18-yard line for the Sharks, and it's Brown on the return. Brown getting some blocks, got the 50, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, and she's going to take this one all the way for a New York Shark touchdown. That's an 82-yard New York Shark kickoff return for a touchdown, and that keeps the Sharks alive in this game with a huge answer.
It's an amazing play that will spark some momentum for the Sharks, and I believe they had a kickoff return for a touchdown 2 weeks ago in their previous playoff game against the Carolina Phoenix.
Extra point coming. Colangelo, the one attempting this extra point. Julia Colangelo snaps bad, and the extra point will fail. At 6:18 here in the second quarter, 19-6. Passion will try to get back ahead by 3 scores. That just lasts a mere amount of seconds before New York responded, and for New York, that was exactly what they needed there.
Exactly what they needed, but they can't afford to give up any points left on the table for the Pittsburgh Passion, so this extra point failed attempt may come back to bite them.
Pittsburgh Passion football on the Champ Sports Network, brought to you by AC Athletico Soccer Academy. Creates a positive and encouraging culture that promotes learning. By Overture Technologies, Overture Marketplace, the only place to compare personalized student loan rates and terms. By Romsburg Media Group. By American Natural, CNG, your choice, our vision. By CrossFit Steeltown. CrossFit Steeltown proudly supports number 57, Jennifer Nelko, and the 2014 Pittsburgh Passion. Also by D1 Pittsburgh at the Green Tree Sportsplex, the place for the athlete. Thanks to all of the Pittsburgh Passion sponsors. Always great to sponsor a team that competes for a championship every year. It's fun to sponsor a winner.
Well, they've been our lifeblood for so long and have helped us expand our reach.
From the 30-yard line, here's the return for Pittsburgh. This is Wadowski trying to get to the near sideline. She's not able to before getting brought down. Amber Terrell on the stop.
She had some help slowing Wadowski down from 34, Gina Pedagano.
Pittsburgh, though, still good field position to start the drive from the 39-yard line. And if you're the Passion here coming out and putting in another one of those methodical drives, I think if you're the Passion offense, you have to be enjoying almost keeping the defense. That New York Shark defense was on the field for a very long time that last drive, and now they have to turn around and go right back out there.
Yeah, they're the only ones who didn't like that kickoff return, having been on defense before and been in those situations.
Come on, guys. One play. Here's back to pass. Horton hit as she throws. Oh, man. From the blind side. Again, Amber Terrell.
Amber Terrell has 9 tackles for a loss on the season and 4 sacks, showing you right there why she's been a force to be reckoned with for the Sharks all season long.
From Iowa.
Well, that's one of those things, in New York City, they are from all over,
yes,
including Pittsburgh.
That's right. Erica Cottle. So a second down at 10 after the incomplete pass. And they'll give it off. Flag comes flying in. They give it off to Sierra Chicky. And again, it's Amber Terrell, first one to the football. A loss of 2 yards on the play, but the flag is going to be an offsides on the defense. And, in fact, it might have been Terrell, and the reason why she had that extra step on the ball.
Amber Terrell playing like a lady on a mission. Just got a little aggressive on that play and goes offsides.
Sharks are traditionally aggressive. So. Second down and 5 coming up now after pistol formation for Lisa Horton at the 44-yard line. Lisa back to pass. Got the middle screen set up to Angela Baker. And Baker has a bunch of room. A first down into New York territory and down to the 33-yard line.
Again, taking advantage of those mismatches. Anytime you put one of our skilled, shifty, and fast wide receivers in the middle with a bunch of linebackers, it's just an unfair matchup. And Angela Baker shows you exactly why. Fantastic job.
Puts the Passion in great field position now at the 33-yard line. 5 minutes to go in the first half as the clock winds. 19-6 is our score here from Couples Stadium. Trips out to the far side left. Warden barking out those signals and takes off right. The option play. Getting the nice block and then cutting back against the grain to get the first down. Lisa Horton with great vision to get to the 15-yard line.
Lisa Horton's a true triple threat and has been hurting defenses with her legs all year long. Saving the touchdown for the New York Sharks was number 33, Jewel Grimsley.
Well, it's like she eclipsed the 15,000 in the air. Now she's going to go try for the 15,000 on the ground. Offset eye. Ball's on the floor, and Horton will just dive on it. And then a little bit of an extra pop there. That one just seemed like it slipped out of Lisa's hand.
Intended to be a handoff to the running back, Sierra Chick, and it looked like it just, like you said, squirted out of Lisa's hand. Then she did the smart thing and fell on the ball.
I want to see her car's mileage after this year.
They talked about it in the article that they did in the Trib on her this week. I think she has like 79,000 miles on her car just in this commuting back and forth.
True diehard. That is unbelievable. Back to pass. Fade route. Ball's in the air and incomplete. Amanda Haig, the intended receiver on the play.
Nice defensive play there by number 33, Joel Grimsley. Being able to deflect the ball just at the last second so Haig could not come down with it.
Make it a 3rd down and long. The 22-yard line is where they have the ball set. Passion will need right around the 5-yard line. A little bit short, a little bit closer to the 6, between the 5 and the 6 for a first down. So they'll put out wide receivers to the far side, and we get a New York timeout. They want to talk things over on a big 3rd down play. So with 2:53 to go here in the first half of play between the Pittsburgh Passion and the New York Sharks, we will take another break. 19-6, your Passion on top of the Sharks. We'll be back after this on Champs.
Hi, I'm Charlie Batch from the Best of the Batch Foundation. Follow your favorite WPIL team anywhere you go this season with the Champs Sports Network mobile app from iPhone or Android, powered by Sport Engine. Just research Sport NGIN on your app store and get access to scores, standing, and stats. Even upload pictures and videos. Sports Engine app from Champs Sports Network. Champions play here. Charlie Batch, and you're listening to Champs Sports Network, where champions are heard.
Back to the cup, where the Passion have a 19-6 advantage here in the first half with 2:53 to go and are faced with a 3rd down and 16. And here's Lisa Horton from the shotgun. Back to pass. Fade route into the end zone. It is just a little bit out of the reach of Rachel Wadowski, incomplete. Rachel had her defender beat there.
She did. Again, that matchup is Rachel Wadowski up against number 18, Nandy Brown.
Another train rolls through as Passion are trying to convert a 4th down and long coming up.
Trying to get that extra point, i.e. a 2-point conversion or a kick. They have not converted an extra point attempt of 0-7. There's a point to that.
4th down for the Passion. Rolling out. Pressure's coming. Ball's on the floor now. It's picked up. No, they're going to say it's an incomplete pass. And again, just wreaking havoc in the backfield for the Passion today. It's Amber Terrell causing this one to be an incomplete pass and a turnover on downs. New York to take over.
I think this is the only 2nd turnover on downs for the Passion thus far in the game.
So New York with an opportunity to make this a 1-possession game going into the break. 2:40 to go. This is a huge possession, both sides of the ball. Mulligan back to pass. Pop pass, tipped and incomplete, and now they blow it dead. There's no whistles until just after that ball hit the grass. Connell, again, the intended receiver, and it goes incomplete. And Mulligan's just had a little bit of difficulty when she needs to put two some juice on it. She's underthrowing or overthrowing. She's not very comfortable. Doesn't seem comfortable back there.
She doesn't, and there seems to be no urgency in her wide receivers either. I mean, you saw the difference in the discipline where our wide receivers playing to the whistle in almost the same exact scenario, and number 5, Erica Cottle, just assuming it was a dead ball.
Mulligan back to pass again, 2nd down. This time the pass is completed out to the far sideline.
That's Michelle Peters, number 43, veteran leader on our squad, showing exactly why. Nice form tackle in open field.
Reception made by Laura Baden out on the far side. Baden's had a couple catches this evening. And New York faced with a 3rd down and 5. A long 5 and a short 6. Back to pass, Mulligan. Pressure's coming. She'll throw. Let it fly. And it is almost intercepted and dropped. Incomplete. Broken up great. Ashley Strawn breaking the pass up.
But again, Mulligan not giving her team any chance to make a play on that ball. The ball was almost, Ashley Strawn was in better position to make that catch than the intended wide receiver.
Almost that they flipped roles on that play. Strawn became the receiver, and the receiver became the defensive back. It was because of the hit applied to Strawn that she wasn't able to make that catch. So a timeout taken on 4th down. And a minute 53 to go here in this first half. And this is a big one for New York. If they can convert and push this ball down the field. But going back off of what we've seen for almost 30 minutes of play, Pittsburgh Passion defense have not allowed much in the way of offense for the New York Sharks. And, of course, that touchdown coming by way of special teams.
And the Passion defense are a prideful bunch. They are not going to want to give New York anything to hold on to or latch on to going into half.
Fourth down, and a chance for Pittsburgh to get the ball right back.
Gutsy move by the Sharks here.
No, quick punt, but it goes high into the air and nearly hits a Shark. It does hit a Shark and gets touchdown at the 43-yard line. So like a net punt of about 20 yards there. Not too much in the way of turning over field position, but
you had Mulligan in the shotgun, so it looked as though they were going to show some cojones and try to get the first down and have the potential, given the Passion, even better field position. But she opted to punt, which I think was a smart move. Now, our listeners may have heard us giggling earlier, and I think we owe a shout out to our stat guy Nate Geisler, who keeps us on par, and he's amazing. So he was just sharing some information with us that we often share with you.
Nate making us sound very intelligent.
That's right.
Or more intelligent. Flip pass out to Angela Baker is caught on the far sideline. And a pickup of 2 yards on that play. Nate's just a prime example of the behind the scenes that there are so many to thank and make this possible, not even just from the broadcast standpoint, but the people downstairs in the concession stand and selling merchandise and all of the interns. There's just so many people that make Pittsburgh Passion football a possibility and make it beyond just the ladies out on the field that take most of the glory.
It takes a village, Matt, and we truly are a Passion family, from the ticket takers to the ladies on the field.
Passion call a timeout with 56 seconds left. I think that was Teresa's listening to the broadcast, and she said, oh, they're starting to thank people. We got to give them some time to do that. With 56 seconds left, 19-6. Speaking of thanking people, what about the sponsors? The Club Sport and Health, one membership, more options, way more fun, by UPMC Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Pittsburgh Passion and keeping these ladies on the field and healthy. By Silver Sport, keeping sports clean. Visit silversport.com for more information. And by U.S. Foods, keeping kitchens cooking. Third down for the Passion and 7. Horton doing a check with me with the receivers, 4 of them, 2 to each side. She'll get the snap, look left, and throw that way on a slant route. It's stepping in front of the football. First time tonight, Nyendi Brown was able to step in front of Rachel Wadowski on the slant route and break up the pass. Incomplete, fourth down.
Well, and Rachel Wadowski is trying to give you a reason why. That's the first time that happened this game, is looking for the pass interference calls, though Nandy Brown had a piece of her jersey.
So it'll be fourth down coming up for the Passion. They will elect to go for it from the New York 37-yard line. Wadowski goes in motion from left to right. Rolling out here to the near side. Horton will stop and pop. Sliding back and making the catch is Amanda Haig right at the sticks, a little bit ahead of them actually. And that's a Pittsburgh Passion first down. Terrific job.
New York Sharks defense needed to do everything humanly possible to try to prevent exactly what happened, a first down for the Pittsburgh Passion.
Great awareness to know where the sticks are and move those sticks. 30 seconds to go. Passion have 2 timeouts, I believe, left. Rolling out to the left side is Lisa Horton. Trying to throw back against her body. She's going to take off and run with it and move forward inside the 25. Passion are going to have to take one of their timeouts with 15 seconds left as Horton wasn't able to get out of bounds. Pittsburgh's will have 15 seconds and maybe a shot or two at the end zone, or maybe possibly a shot or two and see if Amy Fallon can bang one through if they can get a little bit closer.
If I know my fellow teammates, they're gunning for the end zone. They want to deliver a message and send a statement to the Sharks going into half.
Yeah, I think this is huge for the Passion to convert and really turn momentum back on their own side. New York's going to get the football to begin the third quarter, and this game looming and just making it a 2-score game, even though the way the Sharks haven't been able to move the football offensively. This would be a big opportunity to punch another one in here and make it a 3-score game going into the locker room. So second down, but 15 seconds left. And we get a flag coming in and a false start on Pittsburgh. I'll move them back 5 yards. Back to the 28-yard line now. Three wide receivers for Pittsburgh. Here's 2 to the near side. Baker in motion right to left. Hands up in the air. They just got the snap off, and then here comes another false start penalty. Passion having some pre-snap issues. Back-to-back pre-snap penalties.
But make a shout out to all the best talent. You can do that.
Couple Stadium, our venue here with 15 seconds left as we'll reset once again after the penalty against the Passion. Now moved back to the 33-yard line. Full wide. Horton from the gun. A side car to the left. Back to pass. Stepping up and throwing, and somehow, some way, Rachel Wadowski made that catch between two defenders. Passion need to call a timeout with 10 seconds, so a 5-second play there moves the Passion ever so closer now down to the 22-yard line, and they call another timeout.
Well, the Pittsburgh Passion have had no shortage of stellar wide receivers, and I know two of them are listening to us from far away but are dear to our hearts, LJ and Moody. We know you're here with us in spirit, and thank you for your support from far away.
Yes, thanks for tuning in. And we hope to bring you coverage of championship in 2 weeks. I know along with a lot of your former teammates, getting another national championship, bringing another championship back. The story is just so well documented in Pittsburgh Passion history, and I think the ones that have been here from the start now realize how difficult and how amazing of a feat that was accomplished before because of how long it's taken to possibly get back there.
Right, and I think this will just further solidify our place amongst the city of champions.
Another decent coverage there by the Sharks. They know what's coming here.
Well, we still have 5 seconds to pull it off. I'm sure they feel like the longest 5 seconds in the New York Sharks defense lives right now.
Sharks have been out on the field for Coons age here. They have been out there for a very, very long time. I'd like to get the breakdown of time on the field here for this first half for the Sharks defense. There we go, 5 seconds at fourth down, so either way, the final play. Gordon will loft it into the end zone. It is tipped, broken up, incomplete. Amanda Haig, the intended receiver. A nice defensive play there by the New York Sharks, Catherine Rose. And that will end the first half of play with our score. The Pittsburgh Passion 19 and the New York Sharks 6. Jen, interesting first half to say the least. If you're Pittsburgh, you have to be happy with that first half, but if you're New York, you have to be thinking to yourself, this could be so much worse.
They are. New York right now is taking what just happened as a win, and they're going to go into the locker room and talk about discipline and penalty control, because this is the exact recipe that led to their demise the past 2 times, and if they continue down this path, there's no reason to expect a different outcome.
So at the break, once again, the Pittsburgh Passion leading 19-6. We'll come back in just a little bit, recap the first half, and get you set for the second half. Pittsburgh Passion leading by 2 scores. They can hang on. They're 30 minutes away from headed to a national championship in 2 weeks. Stick around. Passion Football on the Champ Sports Network continues after this.
UPMC Sports Medicine is the region's largest and most experienced center dedicated to caring for athletes of all levels. And as we celebrate 25 years of world-class care, we're proud to offer more services, have more physicians, and treat more student athletes than any other sports medicine provider in the region. Why would you choose to go anywhere else? To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
I'm Janelle Wright, a Panera Bread customer. I am the mother of 4 children, and I'm a professional violinist. After eating the breakfast power sandwich, I know that I'm fueled for the day and I feel satisfied. To me, this is the only fresh, wholesome option out there because the competitors have something that's processed that they're warming up in the microwave. What I love about the breakfast power sandwich are the wonderful ingredients. It's the all-natural egg, the Vermont white cheddar, and smoked ham on freshly baked whole grain bread. Something under 350 calories, and that's awesome. Panera Bread, make today better.
When everyone else is going to sleep, I'm just getting up. Every night, in every bakery cafe, we bake fresh bread from fresh dough. Not because it's easy, but because that's what makes the best bread. And when it comes out of the oven, it smells so good. At Panera, baking is our passion. It's a craft and an art form. Real bread, fresh dough, done right. Making today better. It's a belief that fresh bread makes the difference.
I'm Scott Davis, the head of Panera Bread's culinary team, and I want to tell you about our new spinach power salad. The idea behind this salad is to give you sustainable energy to get you through the day. We started with baby spinach. Can't get better than that for a green. Roasted mushrooms, take some olive oil, you season them up, heat them over the fire real hot, caramelize them, add a hard-boiled egg to that, a little applewood smoked bacon, great smoky Vidalia onion vinaigrette that we created, and you top it off with some frizzled onions just for some fun. The new spinach power salad, only at Panera Bread. And don't forget Panera for all your catering needs.
Looking for promotional products? JR Advertising has been building relationships and creating quality solutions for customers for over 30 years. We're excited to devise solutions to your marketing, promotion, and recognition challenges. Whether you're looking for a specific item or just browsing for ideas, our site is your one-stop shopping source. Visit us online at jradspec.com for more information. That's jradspec.com. JR Advertising. We don't compete, we create.
Hi, I'm Charlie Batch from the Best of the Batch Foundation. Follow your favorite WPIL team anywhere you go this season with the Champs Sports Network mobile app from iPhone or Android, powered by Sport Engine. Just research Sport NGIN on your app store and get access to scores, standings, and stats. Even upload pictures and videos. Sports Engine app from Champs Sports Network. Champions play here.
Golden Corral is the best deal in America.
That is music to my ears.
Golden Corral is a gift to my wallet. Only Golden Corral can give you the whole delicious restaurant for one incredibly low price.
I like the sound of that.
It's scrumptious appetizers, endless entrees like our premium 5-ounce sirloin filet, and desserts including our new non-stop irresistible triple fountain yum.
Can't beat the price.
Or the food.
Or the triple fountain yum.
It's all on our endless buffet for one low price, and it's only at Golden Corral.
Best deal in America.
Period.
I have a lot to prove.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda. That's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is Charlie Batch, and you're listening to Champs Sports Network, where champions are heard.
UPMC Sports Medicine is the region's largest and most experienced center dedicated to caring for athletes of all levels. And as we celebrate 25 years of world-class care, we're proud to offer more services, have more physicians, and treat more student athletes than any other sports medicine provider in the region. Why would you choose to go anywhere else? To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
I'm Janelle Wright, a Panera Bread customer. I am the mother of 4 children, and I'm a professional violinist. After eating the breakfast power sandwich, I know that I'm fueled for the day and I feel satisfied. To me, this is the only fresh, wholesome option out there because the competitors have something that's processed that they're warming up in the microwave. What I love about the breakfast power sandwich are the wonderful ingredients. It's the all-natural egg, the Vermont white cheddar, and smoked ham on freshly baked whole grain bread. Something under 350 calories, and that's awesome. Panera Bread, make today better.
When everyone else is going to sleep, I'm just getting up. Every night in every bakery cafe, we bake fresh bread from fresh dough. Not because it's easy, but because that's what makes the best bread. And when it comes out of the oven, it smells so good. At Panera, baking is our passion. It's a craft and an art form. Real bread, fresh dough, done right. Making today better. It's a belief that fresh bread makes the difference.
I'm Scott Davis, the head of Panera Bread's culinary team, and I want to tell you about our new spinach power salad. The idea behind this salad is to give you sustainable energy to get you through the day. We started with baby spinach. Can't get better than that for a green. Roasted mushrooms, take some olive oil, you season them up, heat them over the fire real hot, caramelize them, add a hard-boiled egg to that, a little applewood smoked bacon, great smoky Vidalia onion vinaigrette that we created, and you top it off with some frizzled onions just for some fun. The new spinach power salad, only at Panera Bread. And don't forget Panera for all your catering needs.
Looking for promotional products? JR Advertising has been building relationships and creating quality solutions for customers for over 30 years. We're excited to devise solutions to your marketing, promotion, and recognition challenges. Whether you're looking for a specific item or just browsing for ideas, our site is your one-stop shopping source. Visit us online at jradspec.com for more information. That's jradspec.com. JR Advertising. We don't compete, we create.
Hi, I'm Charlie Batch from the Best of the Batch Foundation. Follow your favorite WPIL team anywhere you go this season. The Champs Sports Network mobile app from iPhone or Android, powered by Sport Engine. Just research Sport NGIN on your app store and get access to scores, standings, and stats. Even upload pictures and videos. Sports Engine app from Champs Sports Network. Champions play here.
Golden Corral is the
Pittsburgh Passion Football on the Champs Sports Network, proudly brought to you by the Club Sport and Health. One membership, more options, more fun. By UPMC Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Pittsburgh Passion. By Silver Sport, keeping sports clean. By U.S. Foods, keeping kitchens cooking. By AC Athletico Soccer Academy, creates a positive and encouraging culture that promotes learning. By Overture Technologies, Overture Marketplace, the only place to compare personalized student loan rates and terms. By American Natural, CNG, your choice, our vision. By BAB Incorporated. BAB Incorporated insurance brokers delivering a game plan that keeps you safe, healthy, and retirement ready. By CrossFit Steeltown. CrossFit Steeltown proudly supports number 57, Jennifer Nelko, and the Pittsburgh Passion. By Cunningham Meats. You just can't beat Cunningham Meats. By D1 Sports Complex at Green Cherry Sportsplex, the place for the athlete. By Edinburgh University Student Government Association. Edinburgh University Student Government Association would like to wish Brittany Aston good luck and go Passion. By the Hot Metal Diner, proud sponsor of number 75, Kristen Holzer and the Pittsburgh Passion. By Perkins Dental Associates, one life, one smile. By Roland Trucking, proud sponsor of number 85, Brittany Aston and the Pittsburgh Passion. By Super Donuts, number 1 in nutrition, more protein, less fat. By Trib Live Radio Sports Talk. Trib Live Radio, the only way to listen to Pittsburgh sports, sportstalk.triblive.com. And by Wish 99.7, today's best music, Pittsburgh Soft Rock. We'll be right back with more Pittsburgh Passion Football after this.
UPMC Sports Medicine is the region's largest and most experienced center dedicated to caring for athletes of all levels. And as we celebrate 25 years of world-class care, we're proud to offer more services, have more physicians, and treat more student athletes than any other sports medicine provider in the region. Why would you choose to go anywhere else? To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
This is Charlie Batch, and you're listening to Champ Sports Network, where champions are heard.
Back on Pittsburgh South Side, inside George K. Couple Stadium. Pittsburgh Passion on top, 19-6 at the break. Back alongside Jen Cairns, Matt Fargo here with you. Jen, Passion up by 2 scores, and how did we get to this point in today's game after 30 minutes of play?
I mean, I think that we've pointed it out all along. It is the dynamic and focused play of the Pittsburgh Passion being helped along by the undisciplined and penalty-ridden play of the New York Sharks. And it's just a recipe for success for the Pittsburgh Passion, but not so much for the New York Sharks.
Let's take a look at the UPMC Sports Medicine game recap and get you caught up if you're just tuning in worldwide, this worldwide presentation of Pittsburgh Passion football. Let's catch everybody up on how we got to where we are.
Sure. In the first half, we started off with a Shark interception on the first play under center from the Pittsburgh Passion, but they were not able to capitalize, only to turn over the ball to the Pittsburgh Passion, who was able to capitalize off a touchdown run, 33 yards by Sierra Chick, although the extra point was no good, making it 6-0. Interception to follow from Alex McAtee, leading the Pittsburgh Passion on the offensive. Penalty from the New York Sharks on a personal foul. Takes the 4th down away from the Pittsburgh Passion, hands them a first down in the silver zone, and a score resulted in a Wojciechowski touchdown via a cross route from our original Peach Sullivan, making it 12-0 going into the second quarter. Second quarter, again, plaguing penalties. Recovers its 3rd turnover from the New York Shark, resulting in another Wojciechowski touchdown and a 19-0 score on the board. Only score of the night for the Sharks was done in a highlight fashion with a kickoff return for a touchdown, making it 19-6, but they were unable to convert on the point after attempt, and we went into half with a 19-6 divide.
That's where we are. The Sharks, though, I think we talked about this right going into the break. Passion have to be very happy offensively and defensively what they've been able to output. But for the Sharks, Passion, if they would have been able to put another one on the board there late, that really would have secured things. But this still being a 2-score game, anything can happen in 30 minutes. Passion still need to come back out and secure this one. There hasn't been too many times throughout this season where they've had to really secure a victory in the second half.
Absolutely. They cannot allow themselves to come out of the half feeling at all comfortable. And if I know these ladies well, they're not. They would have rather put that nail in the coffin of the New York Sharks on that final drive. It didn't happen. They know they have to come out and handle their business in the second half.
Who has led the way for the Pittsburgh Passion? Nate the Great helping us out here.
Yeah, on the rushing side of the ball. I mean, it's no surprise. There are 2 names we've been calling all season. Number 11, Sierra Chick, who's tallied up 54 yards thus far for the night and 1 touchdown under her belt. And that number 14 girl that we, don't ever call her name, Lisa Horton.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Who's just behind Sierra Chick with 45 yards and rushing. On the receiving end, we've got number 82, Angela Baker, with 5 receptions for 42 yards. Number 17, Rachel Wadowski, with 3 receptions for 44 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Lisa Horton's passing, she's 10 for 20 for 108 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 turnover.
We've been talking about the national championship, which is on the line. A trip to it is on the line, but the loser of this game is also going to get invited to Rock Hill, South Carolina, to play in the game that leads up to the championship. The two losers of each conference game to get invited down to Rock Hill, along with the All-Star game. It's really set up to be a whole championship weekend, but I don't know. That's tough to play in that game as opposed to the championship.
It's kind of like the World Cup. Nobody wants to be in
Right.
that
Third place game. What?
Loser bracket.
Right. Well, this one, the Sharks to get and start things off. Short kick that is fielded short at the 40-yard line. And when you have a number 73 receiving the kickoff, you know that it didn't travel all that much. That's Denise Datron on the return, and wasn't much of one as she falls down at the 40-yard line where she picked it up.
Now, we gave love to the offensive side of the ball, but being a defensive player myself, I have to give love to the defense and what they've done in the first half. Number 81 with 3 tackles. Number 43, Michelle Peters with 4. Number 32, Tia Montgomery with 4. Number 98, Kim Zabovic with 3. Alex McAtee, we know, has had 2 interceptions. And number 86, Olivia Griswold, 3 tackles and 1 fumble recovery.
Aisha Brown gets the call for New York. A host of black jerseys in on the stop. Michelle Peters among them, making the stop a loss of 2 yards. Second down and 12 coming up. So you're a firm believer in the defensive wins champion.
Absolutely. And Michelle must have heard me announce her 4 tackles and said that just simply wasn't enough. You might as well make it 5.
All right, tack on another one. Shotgun formation, and back to pass is Mulligan. And Mulligan able to get out to the far side. It's completed. On the reception, Maggie Nattell making the reception on the far side to the 49-yard line. Is going to be about a yard short of the first down. 3rd down and 1 coming up. 3rd down and 1, quickly to the line of the Sharks. 4 wide, high snap, Mulligan fields it. Curl round is completed to the near side, but the ball pops out loose, and Pittsburgh falls on it. Rachel Wadowski, I believe, was the one who fell on the football. She did. And a nice catch there initially by Maggie Naddell, but did not secure the football, and Pittsburgh recovers it.
At the outset of this corner, it looked like Karen Mulligan had settled down a bit. She was delivering balls right on the money to her receivers in succession plays. And unfortunately for her wide receiver, Maggie Nattell, simply was not able to hold on to it.
It's a 1st down and 10 for Pittsburgh. And they've been all about converting on New York turnovers. And they've done it time and time again. That's the 5th turnover for New York tonight. From the 41-yard line, long count. They'll flip it out here to the near side. It's Sonia Osselborn on the carry for Pittsburgh, and she will pick up 3 yards of the 1st down run. 2nd down and 7 coming up. Osselborn getting in on the offensive action.
Sonia Osselborn, a local girl from Fombelle, PA, alum of Riverside High School.
Panthers, Riverside Panthers. Panther and now a Passion. 2nd down for Pittsburgh, and they'll flip it back out. The mirror play as Osselborn gets it to the far side this time, and we'll pick up 3 more. And, wow, a little bit of deja vu as Osselborn getting the same play on opposite sides of the field.
Brought down by number 31, Amber Terrell.
Haven't heard that one in a while.
No.
Third down coming up here for Pittsburgh from the 47-yard line. Lineup trips here to the near side at a sidecar to the left. Screen play to Wadowski, and she got blockers, has the first down into New York territory, and she's down to the 41-yard line.
Rachel Wadowski doing what she does best and picking up yet another first down for the Pittsburgh Passion.
And it's almost to the point where the Passion offense just toying with New York. They're taking what they give them. They've come out with 2 3-yard run plays. They're faced with a third down, and they're easily able to convert it on the Wadowski screenplay, and it sets up a first down at 10 from the 41-yard line. And they'll give it off to Osselborn, who evades a tackler who had her by the shoelaces. She moves forward and able to pick up 4 yards, maybe 5 on the first down carry. And this running back core of the Pittsburgh Passion are unbelievable at being able to dodge that first contact and be able to continue moving forward.
Well, they're very patient, and that's what a smart runner needs to be. They look at the field and have great vision and are able to take those tiptoe steps because neither one of them are very big.
That's
Relying
right.
on speed and agility, and they do it well.
Second down at 6 from the 37. Osselborn again gets the call and fights her way forward. First down, Passion to the 28-yard line. Goldsack on the tackle, but not before the Passion once again moved the sticks. And primarily keeping things on the ground on this first possession for the Passion here in the second half. And that slowly but surely making the clock to the right of us a friend of the Passion, as they're just fine with letting this clock wind down, even though we still have a lot of time left, 10 minutes in the third quarter.
Let the clock wind, keep this defense on the field, tire them out early.
They were very excited to get in the locker room because it meant they couldn't play anymore. Option play. Horton decides to keep it. Great block by Chick as it sets Horton free, and she's able to get great yardage on first down, picking up around 7 yards. And Lisa is down and getting the officials' attention as that's quickly blown dead. And the way that her teammates are tending to her, it looks like she's just cramping up, which may be a bright spot.
Well, I'm sure all of Passion Nation is hoping that's all that it is. Injury. Lisa's had no shortage of injuries over the years. She's tough as nails and has played through a lot of them, but nobody would like to see her go down.
Teresa Kahn and teammates, along with the UPMC Sports Medicine staff, out to 10 to Lisa. Looks like they're working on one of her legs, maybe a calf. Something that has been so traditional throughout women's professional football is when any girl goes down on either side of the field, both teams all go down to one knee. It's been constant since I've been calling games for years now, and it's just something that, you know, everyone's showing respect that, you know, none of the ladies out on the field need to be doing what they are and putting themselves at risk, no matter how serious or not the injury is.
Absolutely. I mean, you see that these two teams are very passionate. They've been pushing and shoving. There's been some personal fouls and late hits, but ultimately, at the end of the day, we all know that we're out on the field for the pure love of the game, and so they don't want to see anyone have their dream of playing football derailed by an injury.
Lisa is on her feet, gets the approval of her fans and Passion faithful. This does not look too promising right now. Lisa's trying to battle through it, you could tell. She is now walking on her own power. A little bit of a limp, though.
She's what my old defensive back coach would have said. She's got a giddy up in her step. But hopefully they'll tend to her on the sideline and be able to get her up and running.
Well, the good news is, even though there is a little bit of a noticeable limp, she is under her own power walking to the sideline. And hopefully the fine folks of UPMC can tend to her. That brings in Angela Baker in at quarterback for the Passion. And she's going to keep it on the option. She's in some trouble in the backfield, and she's going to get brought down for a big loss of the play back to the 30-yard line. And it's Amber Terrell causing havoc for this New York City Shark defense as she brings her back down at the 30.
Amber Terrell is leaving everything she has on the field. She wants to be able to take that bus back to New York with no regrets.
9:13 here in the third quarter. 19-6 is our score. Pittsburgh, a 19-0 lead. And then New York responded after a Pittsburgh touchdown with the kickoff return. That's how we've got to this point. Here's Sonia Osselborn just weaving in and out of traffic. Able to get inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. It's going to bring up a fourth down at about 6 coming up for Pittsburgh.
Osselborn met by number 44, Tia Hopkins and company. Seems to be the kind of respect she demands as a agile runner. There's never just one trying to bring her down.
Big fourth down coming up for Pittsburgh. From the 24-yard line, they need the 19 for a first down. Play action. Baker keeps it. Will fall forward and not be able to get the first down. And the misdirection play, just a little bit too complicated and a little bit too much traffic for Baker to work, and that's going to turn the ball over on downs.
Again, rare occurrence here tonight for the Passion to be turning the ball over on downs, but they're without their leader under center. So we'll see how the Passion defense rally.
Well, the defense still with that shutout. They're pitching the shutout. Back to work goes the Passion defense. First down at 10 for the Sharks. Mulligan back to pass, and that pass on target but off the fingertips of the intended receiver there.
Looks like Brylan Fields, number 45, out of Aurora, Colorado.
They are from all over. She couldn't make the catch. There was some good coverage provided there by the Passion's Chrissy Edmonds. Second down at 10, 8 minutes to play in the third. Passion show blitz and pull back into coverage. Throw there, sliding, falling down to the ground to make the catch. Gets back up before getting sent back down, and now she's not going to get up as she's down right now. As that was Erica Cottle, the Pittsburgh native, making the catch for New York. And their training staff now out to 10 to Cottle. Cottle made that catch and was able to get about 5 yards.
Well, it looks like they're calling for our UPMC trainer, so it's seemingly something more serious than a cramp. Saw Michelle Peters wander over to give her best wishes. I wonder if she was the player that was in on the hit.
Well, we're going to pause with 7:45 here in the third quarter. Injured player Erica Cottle down on the field right now. Training staff out to 10 to her. We'll come back with more from Couple Stadium after this.
And most experienced center dedicated to caring for athletes of all levels. And as we celebrate 25 years of world-class care, we're proud to offer more services, have more physicians, and treat more student athletes than any other sports medicine provider in the region. Why would you choose to go anywhere else? To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
Hi, I'm Charlie Batch from the Best of the Batch Foundation. Follow your favorite WPIL team anywhere you go this season. The Champ Sports Network mobile app from iPhone or Android, powered by Sport Engine. Just research Sport NGIN on your app store and get access to scores, standing, and stats. Even upload pictures and videos. Sports Engine app from Champ Sports Network. Champions play here.
Golden Corral is the best deal in America.
That is music to my ears.
Golden Corral is a gift to my wallet. Only Golden Corral can give you the whole delicious restaurant for one incredibly low price.
I like the sound of that.
It's scrumptious appetizers, endless entrees like our premium 5-ounce sirloin filet, and desserts including our new non-stop irresistible triple fountain yum.
Can't beat the price.
Or the food.
Or the triple fountain yum.
It's all on our endless buffet for one low price, and it's only at Golden Corral.
Best deal in America.
Period.
Erica Cottle walking under her own power off to the sideline, so very, very good news for that. Hopefully she is able to come back at some point. We resume play on a third down play as Mulligan goes back to pass, trying to hook up with Alexandria Sadler, number 46. And that pass falls incomplete, and it's going to be fourth down. Another tall and overthrown pass from Mulligan.
Right, and so now the Sharks are in very familiar territory here tonight, looking at fourth down.
Mulligan will go back to pass. They have that curl route working here to the near side. It's completed to Laura Baden. That's a first down for New York, and that's been the go-to play. That was the play on the last drive, which they made and converted the fourth down, but Baden was unable to secure the football and ended up coughing it up.
Right, and again, there is still plenty of time in the ball game. That's a gutsy call, so you could give up the ball to the Pittsburgh Passion on their own 20.
Keep in mind that last meeting between these two teams, 21-6, favor of the Passion. I wasn't here, so I can't comment on if it was a similar in scoring, but another curl route completed to Baden, and she lost the football again. But this time for New York, it falls harmlessly out of bounds, and they'll be able to count the yards. And then you look across on the opposite side of the field where the ball had nowhere to be. There was a flag down, and there's, I believe, a legal woman downfield penalty.
See what the official call is.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So again, the minute they have any sort of positive movement and momentum or moving their way, shooting themselves in the foot.
And to build off of that, the Passion kind of have themselves in a bad situation. They have been able to help Pittsburgh in a couple situations, move the football with some penalties.
Absolutely.
First down at 15 after the penalty. They go delayed handoff. That's not going to fall. Griswold, she is hit on the stop.
And you got to always clarify which one, because both of them are always all over the place in the backfield. And it looks like this time it goes to number 86, Olivia Griswold. Kick them when they're down, right?
Oh, man, what a decision there. As a second sooner, Olivia would have had the football. Second down. And Fatheads. on south side. Back to pass. Tall pass, incomplete. Another off target. Trying to hook up with Nattel. It will be third down and 20 for the New York Sharks with 5:17 to play in the third.
Number 8, Sharon Vasquez, looking as though she was going to try to jump that route. It was just a little too tall for her as well. But great coverage on the play.
Sharon, a part of the U.S. women's national team a season ago, and now a part of the U.S. women's flag national team. And she'll be headed across the pond again to participate in another great tournament.
Her
Passion.
alongside number 7, Amanda Haig.
That's right. Passion wearing the red, white, and blue. Back to pass here. Mulligan flipping this pass out, and I think Coach Smith was the closest one to that one. Incomplete.
Karen Mulligan is not good under pressure, and she's showing it time and time again. And I don't just mean defensive pressure coming from the Pittsburgh Passion front. I mean pressure-filled situation. She is just crumbling.
You're talking about a game where if New York was able to put anything together offensively and make this a one-score game, makes things awful interesting. But, yeah, I want to give a lot of credit to the Pittsburgh defense, but this also falls on her just not being able to make the critical throw.
Absolutely, and the Sharks have a chance to actually put the Passion to the test. They're the one team that has the depth, has the skill sets that matches up nicely with their known rival, the Pittsburgh Passion, and they are just allowing penalties to steal tonight away from them. Got another Shark player down, it looks like, as well as a flag.
Training staff back out to tend to another Shark down. 5:06 to play here in the third. It was a legal substitution penalty against the Sharks. So that's what they'll be faced with coming up on a fourth down. For New York. ...2014 marking for the Passion, the fourth time that they've won the division.
This also marks the fourth time they've completed an undefeated season.
That's right. In a new league, nonetheless. In the IWFL.
Well, a new old league.
Yeah, right. Back in where they started. It's like LeBron.
Yeah, exactly. Go back home. I'm sure he's hoping when he goes back to Cleveland that's a warm welcoming the way we have received in the IWFL.
Yeah.
He just has more dollar signs behind his welcoming
than
my colleague.
Oh. Is there any point where you feel bad for Cleveland being from Pittsburgh? I don't think that's possible. I don't know. Hunts away.
Almost blocked.
Fielded by Wadowski. Got some blockers in front of her. Down the sideline, Rachel Wadowski has one more, and she's dragged down at the 7-yard line. Wadowski had a convoy in front of her.
Including Olivia Griswold, who was the Passion defender who almost got a hand on that punt. Then realizing that Wojo was in pursuit to the goal line, jumped alongside that caravan and helped throw some much-needed blocking.
Pittsburgh has great field position. You can't get much better than this.
Be interesting to see if number 14 is back under center. Can't tell as of yet.
She is. And perfect timing because Pittsburgh is in the Silver Sports Silver Zone, and they begin the drive there. First down and goal from the 7. Passion trying to get 7. Trips out to the far side. And they give it off to the left and Chick stiff arms the defender and picks up the 5-yard line. 2-yard pickup for Sierra Chick and quickly dropped by Berlin Fields.
Looks like Nandy Brown, 18, was in on that tackle as well. Finally, the Shark defenders look like they're trying to strip the ball when they're wrapping up the ball carriers. They just weren't successful on that play, stealing that rock from Sierra Chick.
Second and goal from the 5. Horton from under center. Sweep to the right side. Sonia Osselborn cutting back, trying to get down to the goal line. She's down to the 1. Host of blue, white, and silver on the stop there for New York. And it will be 3rd down and goal, just short of the 1. They'll mark her at the 2. 3:33 as the clock moves here in the 3rd.
A lot of substitutions, bringing our size in up front, looking to power this in.
Fullback dive play. Trying to get in. We have a signal. Yes, we do. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
I'm guessing that was fullback Kadisha Clark. She tends to be the size and power that we use in those situations, just looking for her number coming off the field. And there she is, number 65, right. Kadisha Clark.
She's getting the thank yous and the hugs and the congratulations. So that kick is good. And Kadisha Clark and the Pittsburgh Passion offense left me and the New York Shark defense just as confused, but the scoreboard will tell the story. 26-6, Pittsburgh leads by 20 with 3:14 to play here in the 3rd. And there was the score. The Passion offense, they wanted towards there at the end of the first half. They get it here towards the end of the 3rd quarter, and it's a very important 6 points that now puts this game a 20-point advantage for the Passion, and there's full steam ahead for this final quarter.
Kadisha Clark getting it done for the Passion all year long in those power formations, racking up her 8th touchdown on the year and showing you why she was selected to the All-Star team.
Kadisha Clark, the Newcastle native, attended Slippery Rock University. The Rock. She is the Rock. She carried the Rock into the end zone for the Passion touchdown, and kind of a squib kick of sorts for Amy Fallon, not allowing New York to get any more momentum via special teams. And you know what? The way the Passion defense has been playing, and quite frankly, the way the New York Shark offense has been playing, well, the field position hasn't really mattered.
No, it absolutely hasn't. They've not capitalized on good field position. They've not capitalized on the limited turnovers that the Passion have made to them. They really are not showing us much of anything here tonight.
And I want to correct myself. I've been saying IWFL National Championship. It's the IWFL World Championship. So
that's right, because we have
right.
Some international teams.
That's right, Montreal involved.
Mm-hmm.
Sweep to the left side, getting the call for New York is Brown, and Brown is stopped quickly in the backfield. I see
Jessica Nelko, Tia Montgomery.
Sharon Vasquez.
Uh-huh.
And Chris Shovelin, public address announcer tonight, throws in Peters and Michelle Peters in the mix-up. So
that's swarming Passion defense.
I think we named the four out of the 11 girls on the field there. That's how a lot of those tackles are. Trying to come back to this ball thrown here to the near side, incomplete, intended for Baden. And again, a pass just off the mark of an intended receiver. And it just seems like as now we're down to third down here for the Sharks. When Mulligan's able to complete a pass, you have to watch the receivers don't make a mistake and vice versa. As this one's tipped up to the air, nearly intercepted. That was Sharon Vasquez breaking up the pass.
Another great play, showing you why she's a perennial all-star for the Pittsburgh Passion.
She an original?
She is not,
okay.
But she has been on the team for a long period of time. And she was part of that championship team back in 2007.
Okay. I knew you would know, so that's why I asked. Fourth down. New York will go for it. And pass incomplete. Trying to get to Baden. The Passion fan says they heard footsteps. They're playing color commentary down in the stands. Turnover on downs, though, and it's something Passion haven't done very often this season, let alone tonight, but something New York has done quite often, whether or not turnover has been involved in one way or another, whether they're turning the football over literally or turning it over on downs.
Absolutely.
Pittsburgh offense back to work, and this is the drive where you can put that dagger you were talking about in. Ordered back under center, 2 setbacks in the backfield and twins here to the near side. It's second back through. Sonia Osselborn getting the carry. And Osselborn still getting helped forward by some teammates. Inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. She'll pick up 4 on the first down run. And
we have 2 players, a Shark and a Passion down.
And that's Taisha Brown that is down for New York.
I'm guessing maybe Sonia Osselborn for the Passion. I don't see her number up amongst the players who are okay. Now you have the Shark, number 41, Talisha Brown, walking off under her own power, but the Passion player is still down. She looked to be clutching a leg.
Lisa and Amanda Haig, Lisa Horton and Amanda Haig, along with the training staff, and of course, Teresa Kahn is out there with who we are assuming is Sonia Osselborn. Yet to confirm that, but that's just kind of a process of elimination here. Yes, that is her. Training staff back out to tender, and well, the second half has kind of been injury plagued on both sides, and something we've talked about earlier. Neither side wants to see.
Well, prior to getting hurt, she made a great job of missing the defender, Amber Terrell, who was in the backfield and just really went up way too high to bring down Sonia Osselborn, who was able to make a shifty move and gain the extra yardage. Sonia Osselborn is up, but she's definitely needing the assistance of Passion colleagues to get off the field.
Yeah, very gingerly, able to put pressure on both feet and both legs, but like you mentioned, Jen, needing some help to do it. Clock winds here in the third quarter. It'll be second down for the Passion at 6, thanks to Sonia's 4-yard run. And here's Sierra Chick on a second down carry that will pick up close to 6 yards. Going to be about 1.5 yards away from the sticks. Even though the Passion have kept this ball on the ground, it does not seem like the injury that happened to Lisa Horton is affecting her at all.
They're in a hurry-up offense, too.
Quickly, and the quick hitter, they give it off. And once again, Kadisha Clark, and she'll pick up the first down. Why not? That's classic. Instead of a yard in a cloud of dust like it used to be, it's a yard in a cloud of tire pellets. Step to first down for the Passion.
Those darn tire pellets are a lot harder to get off you than the dust.
And all over the house. And
That's right.
20 seconds remain in the third. 26-6 our score. Passion moved the sticks again from the 30-yard line of New York. Clark in motion and a timeout called by the Passion. They want to talk things over. And while they do so, we'll get you set for what's supposed to happen in 2 weeks, July 23rd through the 26th. It's the IWFL's Women's Football Foundation Championship Week in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Make sure to log on to the IWFL website if you are still interested in purchasing tickets to go down for what will be a great weekend of honoring. There's a banquet, a foundation banquet, the All-Star game, which a lot of Pittsburgh Passion players will be represented in. I don't know how that's going to work. How are they going to play that? I know how the NFL does it, but do any of the girls really want to play in an All-Star game prior to playing in a national championship?
They likely won't. They would want to.
Right.
Whether they'll be permitted to is a whole other ball game, and it's probably wise that they don't.
I remember the All-Star game that was here in Pittsburgh just a few years ago, and a lot of Pittsburgh players were involved. Play action. Horton will let it fly down the sideline and almost getting Amanda Haig. Broken up nicely, though. It was Grimsley in coverage for New York. Second down and 10 upcoming with 6 seconds to play in the quarter.
And you have Horton wobbly again. Calling for substitution.
I think that's the thing with Lisa is she's played through pain and injury so often you don't know whether or not she's fine or if she isn't. And
right.
Just a testament to how tough a ball player she is, but obviously it's bothering her. And that will bring back Angela Baker to run the quarterback position, but she'll do so when we return for the final quarter. Three quarters are in the books in the Eastern Conference Championship. Your Pittsburgh Passion, 15 minutes away from returning to a shot at a championship, world championship in the IWFL. Stick around. You don't want to miss it. 26-6, the Passion on top of the New York Sharks. When we come back, your Passion try to clinch up a shot at the championship.
UPMC Sports Medicine is the region's largest and most experienced center dedicated to caring for athletes of all levels. And as we celebrate 25 years of world-class care, we're proud to offer more services, have more physicians, and treat more student athletes than any other sports medicine provider in the region. Why would you choose to go anywhere else? To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
Fourth quarter from Pittsburgh Southside. Welcome back alongside Jen Carrots. Matt Fargo here with you. First play of the fourth quarter. Handoff right up the middle. That is Sarah Chick, the ball carrier, picking up no yards. It will be third down coming up And another injured Shark is down. Talisha Brown again down for New York. And as the training staff comes back out to tend to another Shark that is down, the Passion offense has to really become simplified now and not necessarily all about scoring here. It's more about just taking some clock time off and then eventually trying to punch another one in and lock this up and secure the trip to play in the World Championship in Rock Hill 2 weeks from now.
Well, whatever injury she was attempting to play through, as captain, you understand it. You want to be out there to continue to give your team everything you have, whatever fighting chance you may be clinging to pull this game back into contention, and her body is just not cooperating.
You could say that about in the same respect.
Absolutely, but the Pittsburgh Passion having that 20-point cushion, I think that you try to convince Lisa that it's in the team's best interest to save herself.
Sonia Osselborn is on the sideline with ice around her knee. So good news for her is she'll have 2 weeks, basically a bye next week, and then following week they'll play.
Unfortunately, sometimes those ice pack on knees mean something more serious than what 2 weeks will provide in recovery time, especially for female athletes.
Well, the training staff continues to tend to Talisha Brown once again, captain for the Sharks. We'll step away, 14:41 to play, 26-6 Pittsburgh leading New York, and we're going to stay around because she's back on her feet.
She was just punking you there, Matt.
She's not the first nor the last.
Walking off under her own power. It's a good sign.
So we'll resume play here after the injury. Clock winds, fourth quarter action. Pittsburgh up 26-6. And Angela Baker, quarterback for the Passion, has Wadowski and Haig here to the near side. Check in the backfield. Long count will send Haig in motion. Rolling here to the near side. Baker's going to take off and run with it. And gets knocked down inside the 30 at the 29, and that's where the original line of scrimmage is, so it's going to be 4th down and 10 coming up.
Looks like number 48, Jenna Goldsack out of Rutherford, New Jersey, was the one leading the charge of white jerseys to bring Angela Baker down.
Want to welcome all of Pittsburgh Passion Nation tuning in, wherever you are, whether we just weren't able to make the trek down to Keppel Stadium here in the Pittsburgh area, or throughout this country, or I know we're getting some international listeners. We appreciate it. And, of course, those of you tuning in tape delay, you can watch this game next week right here on the Champ Sports Network. We'll have all of the video for you as well. Baker rolling to the left this time. Will stop and throw. Coming back to the football, making a great catch along the sideline. That's Rachel Wadowski. Who else making that catch on the far sideline?
She's a tremendous athlete, was a basketball star in college, now coaches basketball.
And to make the ironic, the NYU graduate.
Mm-hmm.
She's at is she at Duquesne?
She is at Duquesne.
Okay. Testing my Pittsburgh passion trivia.
Or mine.
Right. Yeah. Back to pass. Across the middle, completed pass out. Oh, and a big lick there. Was that Alex McAtee coming in there to lay the big hit along with Octavia Griswold?
Speed can hurt as much as size.
That was Nicole Jackson on the reception for New York. Second down for the Sharks from the 28-yard line. Under 12 to play in regulation. Back to pass. Mulligan throwing. Got a receiver, and then she dropped the ball, and they're going to say incomplete, and I think that's the appropriate call. I don't think the intended receiver out there on the far side ever maintained possession of that.
I think it was Brylan Fields as the intended receiver
Yes.
who just couldn't reel the ball in. Nicely thrown pass by Karen Mulligan.
Now third down and 4. Mulligan back to pass. Got the hook set up again here to the near side, completing. And it is Maggie Nattell.
Brought down by number 10, defensive back Ashley Strawn.
Sharks able to move the sticks, however. Move it up to the 34-yard line. Back to pass once again as Mulligan throwing. Tipped. Great defensive play. Knocking that one out of the atmosphere by Ashley Strawn. Around the intended receiver. But, hey, as a former defensive back, you have to appreciate that play. Ball thrown behind her, still able to get her hand back there.
Absolutely, just showing pure athleticism.
Second down at 10 from the 34. Passion rush just 3. Thrown in the middle of the field, nearly intercepted. Nobody was home there.
Now it looks like her intended receiver must have been Brylan Fields, who was wide open in the gap in the middle of the zone coverage there, but well over her head and better fielded by our free safety back there, Alex McAtee, had she been shifted over just a teeny bit. Yeah, we've got a passion player down this time.
I don't know which, is that one of the Griswolds down?
I gotta think it's Octavia. Olivia seems to be wearing the red, sporting the red shoes. Octavia, the yellow.
Oh, see, you developed the cheats.
Well, I'm an identical twin myself, so I know
Okay.
we had all our own little cheats.
Training staff has her up. She'll be all right.
Oh.
Tavia walking over on her own. Good to see. And now New York faced with a third down and 10. Mulligan coming to the near side before setting up with the shotgun. Full wide receiver set on 3rd and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Load snap. Mulligan able to field it. Will look this to the near side and incomplete and just overshot the receiver. And we've said that a few times tonight, but yet again it happens. And Brown, again, the intended receiver, and the defensive back did get her feet tangled with Brown, but the ball was still so far overthrown, was no chance at PI getting called there.
Yeah, it's just completely uncatchable ball.
Not the best night at the office for Karen Mulligan.
Passion looking a little confused regarding personnel to be on the field.
New York will punt the ball away, though, with 10:14 to play. And it's a half-decent punt that rolls out of bounds at the 39-yard line. The Passion offense will come back out onto the field, and if to do anything but evaporate some, if all, of the remaining 10:06. Passion offense have been on the field more times than not tonight. Their drive charts have just been a couple marathons tonight.
They don't mind. They'd rather be in control.
That's right.
Of the game, just unleashing their precision attack on the New York Sharks.
Baker under center in the offset eye. And here's Sierra Chick to the near side. Pushed out of bounds by Amber Terrell. Chick picks up nothing on the play, though. And that will still, however, keep the clock moving. So I'm going to put you on the spot here. Now Passion up by 20 here with under 10 minutes to play. Looking like Passion are going to be able to play for the championship. Can you compare the 07 national champs to the team that will play for one in 2014? I kind of know which. You could go one of two ways here, but it just depends on which way you want to go.
Yeah, you're asking me, do I think the 07 team could beat this team?
Yeah.
Well, we share some players, so how would you work that all out?
Well, cloning could be involved there. We could work that out.
I'm going to stand by my ladies in 07, and I say we take down these young bucks in 2014.
It'd be a good game. A very interesting game, if anything. Who gets Lisa? Does Lisa play both sides?
That's right. That's right. Both equally strong, equally deep teams, full of athletes.
Does it remind you a lot of the 07 team? Does this team remind you a lot of it?
It does. It does. It's the same energy, a renewed commitment, and I think that, them seeing, although they don't have Lisa here every day, them seeing someone who is their leader and willing to make the sacrifices she is to travel a distance speaks volumes, and so they know they need to be here and express the same sort of commitment. I
opened my mailbox this afternoon and see Allegheny Magazine. The Passion are on the front of the Allegheny Magazine, so if you haven't picked up a copy of that, had to give a good laugh there, knowing that I was headed here tonight. I thought it was fitting. Passion creating some media attention, and it's about time. That's all I have to say. This is a story that bodes to be told more times than not.
Absolutely. And it's a true testament to the girls who first donned the black and gold back in 2002 and what we've been able to do to grow the sport, that it's still around for those who've now filled our cleats since we stepped off the field.
Second down for Pittsburgh. And a run right up the muss. A burst of speed by Sierra Chick. She's not done playing. She almost ran all the way to Rock Hill tonight.
And our fans starting to give the New York Sharks some love with the na-na-na cheer. 8:36 left on the clock. Another
Shark down. something we didn't mention tonight, it's a little warm tonight. I believe the high kickoff was right around 87. It was not a cool day, but a little bit better than last.
A lot better than 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, you started at 88 degrees, but since we played earlier in the day, you knew that 88 degrees wasn't going away.
Right.
Talking to the ladies today, very thankful to be back at our normal 7 o'clock start time, to know at least once you got through the first half, the sun would set, the orange moon would come out, and it would start to cool off a bit, but still a hot one here at Pittsburgh.
Training staff again out, and this is, we're nearing 6 or 7 stoppages for injuries here in the second half. Of course, New York, I'm going to assume they're going to participate. I guess they can make the decision. They don't have to, but I would assume they're going to go and participate in 2 weeks down in Rock Hill in the game prior to, and that's why you got to still keep their girls healthy as well.
Well, and they have some all-star candidates too, who may or may not be traveling down there to participate in that. That's always purely left up to the individual athletes, since they do have to fund their own way.
Right. So injured player, well, one is off, and now there's another one down.
And I just noticed that we have Veronica Burris hobbling on the sideline with ice on her ankle and foot. Didn't see her come out of the game, but she's been a solid offensive line woman for us for a number of years.
.8:33 left to play here in this regulation. 26-6, Pittsburgh on top. If you're just tuning in, there's an injured player down, and she's since been taken care of and off the field. And
it looks like it's Amber Terrell, however we should be pronouncing it. We've called her name a lot tonight.
I lost the IWFL phonetic guide before I got here.
You have to share that with me next time, Matt.
First down at 10 for the Passion from that 38-yard line. And it's Sierra Chick for 5 more. Keeping up that average of 5 yards.
That's right.
Sierra from Charleston, West Virginia. Went to WVU. Very fond of Charleston, West Virginia.
Yeah, she's a standout track star there, so now you know where she's utilized her speed in the past, and now we get to be the beneficiary.
Second down and 5 for Pittsburgh now. Handoff right up the middle once again. It's Sierra Chick to the 30. Third down upcoming. Is this the point of the game where, if you're on the field, you're starting to feel it? If you haven't already started to feel it, you have to be now looking up and just saying, oh, why can't those 7 minutes just go away?
Oh, absolutely. One of the coolest memories that I know I don't share by myself is they started playing Rocky Mount, Tennessee when we had a few minutes left on the field because our championship game was in Nashville. So I wonder what they have in store for South Carolina.
Third down for Pittsburgh at the 30. Dive play. Kanisha Clark getting 1. It will be fourth down. She'll be about a yard and a half short. And we have a Shark down. And she's up. Battle of past national champions going at it here tonight, and Pittsburgh trying to go to another one.
See Griswold coming in, so they're going for it. Bringing in their muscle.
4th down and 1.5 yards for Pittsburgh. Baker under center will hand it off to Clark, and I don't believe.
Maybe that last-ditch effort. No, the way they're spotting it doesn't look good. Valiant effort, though, there by Kadisha Clark.
Yeah, just when you thought she was done moving her forward progress, she had a second burst there. So turnover on downs. It's the 4th time tonight Pittsburgh has turned the ball over, but this one more in spite to really just run out the rest of this clock. Pass there by Mulligan falls incomplete off the hands of her intended receiver. Second down at 10 for New York now. Mulligan back to pass. Again dropped by Laura Baden. A really interesting playoff fact for the Pittsburgh Passion.
Aren't they always?
Yes. And this one is not pointless.
Oh, okay.
All of the home venues, we mentioned earlier that with the win here tonight, the Passion will improve to 7-0 at Couple Stadium in playoff games. But even kind of more impressively, they have never lost a playoff game in Pittsburgh. That includes a win at Franklin Regional in 2012 and a win last year at Hempfield. So they go now to 10-0 all time in Pittsburgh in playoff games. Ironically enough, they've never won a playoff game on the road. Not counting a championship, this is just playoff games, but never won a playoff game on the road. So
trying to tax my memory to see if that's true, and I think it actually is, because the year that we went all the way, we had all those playoff games here at Couple Stadium. Lost the next year in the semifinal game in Chicago. No?
If I'm wrong, then you're talking to Nate.
I know, but no.
Nate's not
rarely wrong.
Nate's not
I would
wrong.
probably be wrong.
Throwing nearly intercepted, and Alex McAtee almost got her 3rd interception tonight.
Well, all that goes to show you is that we're passionate about playing in Pittsburgh, and that's why our roster has always been a large one, full to the max. There's no other place we rather play, and we were blessed in 2007 that a number of our fans followed us to Nashville. Hopefully this team will be equally blessed. The number of fans will follow them down to Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Some of the great memories, even I can reminisce about doing some semi-pro men's football and having the national championships and doing stuff like that. But some of the greatest times as a player is the trip down and the trips back. Those are always
ours was the dancing afterwards.
Oh boy, some great and some not so great. Kadisha Clark getting the carry on 1st down for Pittsburgh. We're down to 4:29. Who's the best dancer?
That's hard. There are some who think they're the best
Yeah, right.
dancer.
Right. There always are.
You're not getting me in trouble today, Matt.
I've
Taking
tried a
the
few
fifth.
times. Have I not? Tried a few times. Even knowing that there's some 07 alums listening to the broadcast, I tried to give you credit for the 14, but you handled that well.
There you go.
And off left side, Sierra Chick avoids one, avoids two, can't avoid the third or the fourth that comes in to make the stop, and no gain of the play. And officials want time. Set up, it looks like there's a possible injury with New York. No, New York called a timeout. I'm going to assume New York called the timeout. Officials really didn't really designate who that timeout was called for, but being that it was on the New York sideline, I'm going to have to go ahead and assume that was the case.
Yeah, and they were the first to bring out the water bottles to the players.
Right.
I gotta think they were the ones who called for it.
Don't forget, we will have coverage here on Champs of the World Championship in 2 weeks. So if you cannot, and we encourage you to do so, to make it down and make the trip and support the passion in person. But if you cannot, be sure to tune in, and we'll have all the coverage here for you on Champs. And there's no doubt who they're matching up against, right? That game went final a while ago. It was really a no contest. We were talking about it earlier. Madison.
I don't have the final score handy. Where's that Nate kid when you need him? But Madison was up pretty handily in the first half. That I gotta think it went their way, but we'll confirm for you.
Baker lost the football. It's picked up by New York, and she's going to take this one all the way. This is going to be a New York Shark touchdown by Athea Reyes. And the defense gives up a touchdown to New York. Thea Reyes goes the distance. And it makes it 26-12, and then you would have to assume maybe a 2-point conversion opportunity coming up.
That's what she said. So I do have a final, but I'm gonna wait till like 2 seconds. I said I have a final.
2-point conversion incomplete and failed. 3:14 to play here in regulation. 26-12. A touchdown by Athea Reyes. She takes it, that was 78 yards.
Now you got to anticipate the onside kick here,
Yeah, right.
But I still, it's a mountain they're trying to climb, but they're at least a little further up that mountain than they were, 10, 15 seconds ago.
Right. Well, if you're the Passion, it's something you just need to dust off here. You're a little bit too much time on the clock to just be taking knees. It comes with playing the game, and of course, New York is in a state of desperation. They were ball hawking, to say the least. So. Just think if you were the Passion, you would wish if you would have been able to catch Reyes and put that offense back on the field, because that's been where the Passion have been able to halt any scoring by this New York Shark team. Here's the onside kick, and it is rolling, still rolling, and it rolls itself out of bounds. There comes the illegal procedure. Good kick. It had the wobble to kind of evade some front liners for the Passion, but continued to turn and ends up going out of bounds.
Question is, was it pushed? I couldn't tell if one of our players pushed it out of bounds.
I think that's what New York's arguing now on the far sideline. We are waiting for this officials to confer here. Legal procedure on New York. There was another penalty on Pittsburgh. But
kick. Looks like we kicked the ball.
Okay, they did kick it. So they say it's offsetting and Pittsburgh gets the ball. But then now the kicking team's going to come back on the field. So I think the official meant to say re-kick. Because originally he had signaled Passion football.
Gives the hands team of the Passion another chance to reel this one in. Not allow the Sharks to have a successful onside kick.
Colangelo here doing the kick. This one will be high and be popped up into the air in New York.
It looked like it went the 10 yards,
yeah.
But a lot of whistles.
Official signal is New York football. And plot just thickened a little bit, other than the fact that can this be the first time the New York offense can come out and do anything against the Passion defense? Because to this point of the game, they haven't shown that.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm a betting girl, my odds are not with the New York Sharks. My money is on the Pittsburgh Passion defense. I think, unfortunately, this spur of life is just a little too late.
3:11. It's enough, though, to get the Pittsburgh Passion faithful fans right back in this in a defense chant. From the first down at 10 from the 46-yard line, Mulligan rolling out will stop and throw a deep pass that is overthrown and incomplete.
Again, something we've been seeing from Karen Mulligan all evening long, just not being able to deliver an accurate ball to her wide receivers, especially down the sideline.
I need to come up with a new word for overthrown.
There you go. Too much juice. I don't know what.
Where's the thesaurus when I need it? Second down at 10 after the incomplete pass. 3:04 to play now. And there was a penalty on New York that moves them back 10 yards. And that might have been a holding or block in the back. I didn't see the official call. Officials have kind of not really too kind to letting us know what's happening. But in motion, it's Brown. Mulligan sets and throws. It got tipped. Nicely done.
Yeah, Sharon Vasquez streaming in there on Karen Mulligan's blind side, and Karen just gets the ball off before Vasquez makes contact.
That was Kim Zubovic who made the tip. Celebrating there.
Kim Zubovic, also one of the Pittsburgh Passion, named to the All-Star first team.
Of course, also a team captain. She was a president. She's a Washington and Jefferson president.
She's also a member of local law enforcement or state law enforcement, so All
right.
Mind your P's and Q's.
I'll do what I can. I'll try to behave. Pass completed, but I have a feeling that our mysterious number 27, Darlene Hall, is who Chris Shovelin's claiming she is, and I'll take Chris Shovelin's word for it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, how he's got a
he's
better roster than we do. Apparently he knows people.
He's very connected. Third down coming up now for the Sharks. Third and 17. Back to pass. Mulligan avoids Vasquez. Now will go deep down the field, and again, overshooting an intended receiver. Maggie Nadell trying to hook up with her. It's going to be fourth down, and God, you have to imagine that this play is pretty much the New York Sharks season as it comes to contending for a championship. They can't convert this fourth down. This one's going to be over with just 2:02 left to play.
Now, I know I've been rough on our friend Karen Mulligan, but right there she did exhibit some poise in evading some very hot pressure from Sharon Vasquez, stepping back up into the pocket to deliver a jet of a ball just, again, outside of the reach of her wide receiver streaking down the sideline.
Fourth down. Passion trying to feel it here. Mulligan back to pass, throwing long. It's too far. It tipped, incomplete.
Again, the Passion defenders better position as intended wide receivers, and Chrissy Edmonds just couldn't reel the ball in. She tipped it, only to be subsequently tipped by her counterpart out there, Alex McAtee. Pittsburgh Passion, I think it's safe to say, well on their way to Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Alex McAtee got carried off by some teammates off the field. McAtee, I don't know, making a running for at least the defensive player of the game with those two big interceptions. Passion with under 2 minutes to play before they make it official.
And Lisa's come back into the game under center.
I'm sure it's for handoff duty, you would have to assume. Timeout called by New York there. Desperation timeouts.
Well, it's probably very important for her to be on the field as that clock hits 0, knowing that she's led her team to another championship appearance.
She's taped up, too. On her left leg is taped up a little bit more than it was when she first took the field earlier this evening. After this timeout, Pittsburgh trying to win a national championship. And, I mean, we said we have a good feeling it's Madison. I don't want to confirm anything, though.
I'll take those odds. Who wants to bet me that it's not going to happen?
I will not take that bet. I will not be that one. And off left side to Sierra Chick, and Chick will plunge forward. And another timeout taken by the Sharks. I'm sure just any possible way of trying to get that ball pried out.
That has to be their last time out. They took the one for the seemingly nothing more than a water break, and then these last two.
Scoreboard kind of playing with us. That's definitely not their first.
No, it's not. But we're lucky that it's working today. We had some challenges 2 weeks ago, so we'll take that the only issue on there is the timeouts aren't correct.
Okay. Not to call anybody out.
Oh, no, it wasn't our operator by any means. They were technical difficulties.
Oh, boy.
Well, you know, the screen just went dark for a little while for us, so.
Makes things interesting in the broadcast booth. You going to make the trip?
I have to ask the hubby and the family about that one. So my heart wants to, and I'm going to try to make it happen. So. If you're listening, no peer pressure there.
There's going to be some text messages and some emails and phone calls trying to encourage that in one way. Check again the carry. And with New York out of timeouts, Pittsburgh's going to be able to take this under a minute and run a fourth down play. Honestly, I just punt the football away at this point.
I guess, though, when your defense hasn't given up any points but your special teams have, you may as well take your chances on putting the defense back on the field.
We're under a minute. This is going to be a delay game on Pittsburgh, which was, of course, intentional.
Well, now it looks like the punt team is coming on.
Come on. Down to 47 seconds. Punt is away. And we'll roll back towards the 40-yard line. It stopped short of it, knocked out at the 38. And here come the Sharks with 38 seconds and no timeouts. Somewhere need multiple miracles here. What an amazing season for this Pittsburgh Passion team. Returning back to couples, returning back to the league that they started in, and continuing an unblemished season. Throwing there, intercepted. That will seal it. And a convoy down the far sideline. She'll get dropped at the 20. There's a flag down. The interception will count. And the Pittsburgh Passion. You can book your tickets to Rock Hill, South Carolina. We'll see you at the ship in 2 weeks.
Karen Mulligan is going to look back at this season and say, turnovers is what sent us home early, and 10 of them this season came from her hand, and that one again, strong pass or just inaccurate. Her wide receiver nowhere in the area. Our defensive back looking as though they were the intended receiver, and kudos to our defensive back for being able to reel it in, and just a shame she didn't make it all the way to the end zone for icing on the cake.
And guess who it was? Chrissy Edmonds, the leader on the team in interceptions. She adds her 7th on the year. Victory formation, greatest formation in football. As Pittsburgh will go down to one knee, the Pittsburgh Passion are headed to the IWFL World Championship in 2 weeks to contend for it all. All you, Jed. Oh, wait, maybe not. Okay.
Yeah, see, I need my mic on. Well, I will take one for the team here and own up to not being able to read a smartphone that earlier today when I said Madison was up 31-0, it was actually Houston. So Houston then carried on throughout the evening and put a goose egg up against Madison, and we're told that they won 52-0. And so the Pittsburgh Passion will be meeting the Houston Energy in Rock Hill, South Carolina in 2 weeks. But I guess to my defense, Madison will still be down there too, because they're in the loser bracket.
Right.
Yeah, so.
I would assume Madison and New York will be playing each other. That's just an assumption on my part. But more importantly, passion and energy.
There you go. Which one's out there?
Right.
I think passion.
I would have to say so.
Yeah. Passion fuels the energy. If you lose the passion, you have no energy. So there
I
you
love
go.
that. I love that.
I'm here all night, folks.
Not much longer. Passion win it 26-12, the final score. Jen, you've been in this situation. You're one of the Passion players that has gone through this exact same feeling. What are the girls feeling right now where everything you talked about, those December and January practices where you're driving through the ridiculous weather and potholes of western Pennsylvania to get to practice at the very late hours sometimes, and for a lot of players, quite far. I mean, whether it's an hour or it's 5 hours, there's a lot of players that put so much effort in, and now to know that you were going to play in the game that you ultimately try to get to.
Oh, they're over the moon right now. I mean, they're gonna go out tonight and they're gonna have a good time, a responsible good time, but they're gonna enjoy this, and then it'll be back to work next week, learning everything they can about the Houston Energy, which is a team we've never seen, a team we've never scouted, and one that we're gonna start educating ourselves on so that we can really complete yet another perfect season in national championship for this city of Pittsburgh. So for today, they're feeling accomplished. Today, they're feeling like all of that hard work has paid off, but there's one more step that they need to take, and they're going to make it happen.
They will. The energy and the passion in 2 weeks in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Like we've said a couple of times, if you can't make it, be sure to tune in and listen to your Pittsburgh Passion. Bring home another one. Back to the Steel City and secure themselves. If they weren't before, they will certainly be in that city of champions, multiple championships.
Well, this town now has expectations, and they're
That's
demanding.
right.
You can't just win one in Pittsburgh.
That's right. You can't just
now
win
we're
one.
with the elite, so we're hopefully we'll come and have multiples.
I think so too. Well, Jen, it's been a pleasure. There's so many people that put in all the effort, and too many people to name individually, but I want to thank everyone that has participated in this Pittsburgh Passion season, as all the volunteers and all of the help that might not necessarily make the trip down with the team, but they're just a part of this team just as much as these girls on the field.
Absolutely, and especially to our fans and sponsors. Without you, we would not have the means to continue or the support that we need through those difficult and challenging times. So we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Well, we want to thank, of course, our executive producer, Teresa Kahn, Franco Harris, Pittsburgh Passion front office for all that they do. For Jen Cairns, I'm Matt Fargo. Thanks so much to Chris Gamsick on the video side of things. Those of you that are watching this, you can watch this archived right back here on the Champ Sports Network. It's not over. The Pittsburgh Passion are headed to the IWFL World Championship in 2 weeks to take on the Houston Energy. Until then, everybody, I'm Matt Fargo saying your final score, 26-12, Passion over the New York Sharks. We'll see you in Rock Hill in 2 weeks. Good night.